So what's your story? Looking to trade?
Diamond City?
Direct. You'll find the...
Carla.
Back again?
We had a deal, Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison chili pep bushes
Easy
anything.
there, Scarecrow.
Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
You stop waving that gun in my face.
Okay, just take it easy. We'll lower our weapon.
Now.
Just keep calm, all right? Here. That's it.
Now get the hell out of here. Both of you.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nice. Excuse me.
Can't believe you made that scumbag turn tail and run.
Right? You got things covered from here?
Yeah. Now let's get back to business.
Someone's out there. Nothing there now. Over here! Little bitch, go. It's called shooting straight, Rudy. Now it's out. Shit. Don't run out of bullets at some point. Find him and kill him! Covering fire!
Perfect.
We don't need any more trouble around here.
Didn't you ask the Minutemen for help?
You're with them. We sent word with one. Most people don't put much.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, I'm damn glad you're here. There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks. Stealing food and supplies, threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
I already took care of those raiders. Now what do you say about joining the Minutemen? Helping out others who need it?
Well now, that's some good news. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on you. If we want things to get better, we've got to start helping each other. So, we're in.
Hey there. Something I can help you with?
What's the story with this place?
Well, for starters, my name's Chuck Finley. Part of a group of outcasts from the Brotherhood of Steel. We're from the DC area, and this bunker is our home in the Commonwealth.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're on a bit of a crusade. We're here to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless. You know, in a world full of criminals who operate above any law. Now listen, sorry about that. Our entertainment options here are kind of limited. But to answer your question, you could say we're like the Brotherhood of Steel, but without the whole, Nazi vibe. We generally believe that all sentient humanoids have a right to exist. So we don't start fights with others just because their skin or DNA is a little different than ours. Except feral ghouls. Fuck those guys. And come to think of it, most super mutants too. Bunch of bitchy little girls. Anyway, we mostly do mercenary work to pay the bills, hostage rescue, wild animal control, escort some travelers to and from major trading hubs, shit like that. We try not to be evil, and of course we search and accumulate as much technology as we can.
You're in charge?
Me? Oh, hell no. I might be the oldest, but no one's actually really in charge. We came from a strict hierarchy with the Brotherhood of Steel, and we all saw how great that turned out. The chain of command was so inefficient it would get us all killed if we tried that bullshit here. We're a small enough group and we don't need a formal hierarchy fucking us up.
Why did you leave the Brotherhood in the first place?
It's complicated, but the short version is, the Brotherhood of Steel started out on the West Coast, shortly after the Great War, and its original mission was to hoard pre-war technology. A little over 30 years ago, the Brotherhood sent a group east to explore. And well, that group eventually settled in the DC wasteland, which is where most of the crew here grew up. Our leader was a man named Owen Lyons. So, in addition to acquiring technology, Lyons believed it was important to be a good neighbor and help out the local community, which eventually didn't sit well with most of the other Brotherhood. You see, we were involved in a massive project to provide clean drinking water to the DC wasteland, and, well, that's a long fucking story. Over time, more and more of the members of the East Coast Brotherhood chapter began to view assisting the DC community as a waste of our resources. Then Owen Lyons died, and let's just say shit got interesting after that. A few years passed, and there was a power struggle, and ultimately our choices were to follow the 16-year-old who was appointed elder by the West Coast Brotherhood, or to leave for greener pastures. Most people stayed. We chose to leave. That was 4 years ago. We headed northeast to the Commonwealth and been making a living here ever since.
How can I get in?
Well, obviously we don't let just anyone in. The only reason you made it through the front door is our scouts spotted you a mile away and radioed in that you matched the description of the person who's been taking out raiders lately. So we turned off the turrets and figured we'd give you an audience. We work on a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours system here. If you want in, you gotta do something for us first.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
The job is to retrieve a weapon for one of our brothers. As background, we do a fair amount of work transporting traders and patrons to and from Fusion City. It's a goddamn dangerous job providing transportation through the glowing sea, but it does pay well. One of our crew goes by the name Grabthar. Well, he got denied entrance to Fusion City after taunting the guards there, and they confiscated his weapons and supplies. Anytech, the security division at Fusion City, never really formally charged Grabthar with anything, but the items they confiscated ended up being sold at one of their public auctions. And one of the items they took was Grabthar's sledgehammer. That weapon has a lot of serious sentimental value to Grabthar since it was given to him by his late brother Warvin right before he died.
Does it even matter? What are you getting at?
Right. So Anytech holds public auctions every now and then, and that's where they sell their confiscated property. I think the last one was over at the church in Nantic Banks. Anyway, head over to Nantic Banks and see what you can find out about the auction and track down the sledgehammer. Bring the weapon back to me and we'll see about letting you in the bunker. Deal?
Sure. Why not?
Alright, I'll mark the location of the church on your map.
Hey,
Why don't you let me know when you find that sledgehammer?
Hey, darling. Just checking in, seeing how you're doing. Also, got a small request to make, if you're up for it. You see, I was perusing through an old file cabinet, and I came across some interesting documents. They talked about some old pre-war relay towers. Seems there's a whole bunch of them throughout the Commonwealth. I tried to connect to a few of them, but looks like over the past 2 centuries, they've all gone offline. Not surprising, really.
anything I can do to help?
It's a safe bet they're all just sitting idle, waiting to be reactivated. Less strain on the array also frees up resources and workers that we can then assign elsewhere to improve the HQ.
Sure. I got time to help out.
Great. This isn't a priority or anything, but it will help us out a lot. So whenever you got the time. All right, that was all. I'll see you later.
Hey, are you the plumber?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thanks for finally showing. The bathroom is downstairs. It's been out of order since we first opened. It looks like most of the pipes are gonna need replacement. Folks around here are getting fed up about heading outside each time to do their business. Last week, one of our guys, little Joey, headed outside to take a shit. Then Deflo showed up and tore him a new one. Don't get me wrong, I never really liked Joey, but as you can probably imagine, incidents like that aren't particularly good for business, if you know what I mean. Anyways, glad you're here. It'll be nice to get this place fully operational. So, do you need anything before getting started?
What's the story with this place?
Never been to a Raider bar before, huh? We used to hang out over at Club Fusion, but we got banned. Bunch of oversensitive cunts running that place. So, we hang out here now. If you ask me, we're better off.
Just looking for something. And I'm betting you know right where to find it.
Check with Vadeva, downstairs. He sells weapons and armor. Also some weird shit. I tried not to ask too many questions. He's worth talking to if there's any goods you want to fence, but don't let the cheerful demeanor fool you. He's a stone cold killer. You get on his bad side, he won't just kill you, he'll fuck your corpse. And worst part, he won't even cuddle with it afterwards.
Excuse me.
Hey, sexy bees.
I'm looking around for something. And I'm betting you know right where to find it. Here you go. Check it out.
Oh yeah, the sledgehammer, I have that. The sledgehammer isn't for sale though.
Nothing's free, I know how it is. What if I paid 100 caps up front?
Tell you what, there's another weapon I'm trying to acquire. Track it down for me and I'll trade you the sledgehammer for it.
Okay, I'm listening.
The weapon I'm looking for is a dildo bat. About a month ago, some guy walked in here desperate for caps and pawned off a bunch of stuff. It was mostly low value stuff, so I didn't think to examine the dildo bat carefully. I sold the bat to a guy named Will for 20 caps. A couple days later, another customer comes in asking for the bat. Of course, I asked him why on earth would he want to buy a dildo bat. He says because there's a treasure map hidden in the tip. I asked him what the map was too, and after some convincing, he confessed it was the map and access code to the treasure of Jamaica Plain.
Wait, were you just playing a joke on me?
If we could find the treasure of Jamaica Plain, that would get this place fully operational. So what do you think? Are you up for tracking down that dildo bat?
Sure, why not? It's not like I have anything better to do.
The guy I sold the bat to lives in a bus just north of Fort Hagen, Red Rocket. Good luck out there.
What? Who's there?
Someone there?
Girl, you picked the wrong fight.
Hostile sensor reading detected. Is someone present?
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. Now interesting.
Initiated. Victim of violence. Actuator damaged.
Checking enemy combat subroutine. Eliminating all hostiles.
Target is. Stealth capabilities. Fascinating. You must be terminated.
Hey, look who's back. Any problems retrieving the sledgehammer?
You missed all the fun. I'll be sure to invite you along next time.
All right. Looks like it's mojito time. Here's a keycard to access the bunker. Have a look around, make yourself at home. Feel free to use the supplies in the workbenches. If you want a little more history about our order, you can check out the terminals in our research library.
Well, hello.
Hey there.
Welcome to our headquarters. I'm Jesse. Pleasure to meet you.
What do you need help with?
Word is, we could use someone with your combat and tracking skills. So let me ask you something. What do you know about the Gunners?
Gunners are just raiders with better armor.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. We've been doing recon on the Gunners, trying to understand how they got access to Vertibird's power armor and plasma weapons. As far as we know, only the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel historically had access to that kind of advanced equipment and weaponry. We don't know how the Gunners can afford all these high-tech gadgets just from doing mercenary work. The Commonwealth is dirt poor, and the major settlements have their own security forces, so who's paying the Gunners? We also can't figure out why the Gunners sacked Quincy, a major trading hub, and then shut it down? If they didn't want to control trade through the city, what was the point of taking it? And more importantly, what's keeping the Gunners from capturing the other major hubs like Diamond City? So we've been mapping out their bases trying to figure out where their real HQ is. We recently tracked some Gunner soldiers to a suspicious-looking bunker on the southern part of Lake Kakatue. We suspect the Gunners' true leadership may be stationed there. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate the base and retrieve any intel you can on what the Gunners are up to and who's funding them. It's a high-risk mission, but it could provide the break we've been looking for. Are you on board?
I live for danger. Where do I sign up?
Great. I'll mark the location on the map. The bunker is well guarded, so you'll want to take some backup with you. Talk to Ash before you head out. He's a good soldier to have along on a mission like this.